So you've got an okay, that almost fell. So you got an iPhone, right? And you see why it's slid, because this is glass, and so is this. I don't know what this is, but this seems like it scratches. So how are you gonna protect this from the scary outside world? You use one of these? No, you don't use one of these. You know why you don't use one of these? Because these is like a sock. If I shoot you in the foot, it's still gonna go through the sock. You need something more protective, like a shoe, and that's why you need this and this. And that, well, organized in a nice case. I'm Andrew from You've Got Tech, and this is the OtterBox Defender. The main reason why this case is so ridiculously protective is because it's consisted of two layers. You have the hard plastic shell that protects the outer, the glass part, from the scary world, and then you have this piece that'll also absorb shocks. So basically, instead of spending, say, $20 or $30 on this case, if you spend $50 on this case, your value is it's much better value. Now let's look at the design of the iPhone for a second. Now this is a design feature, a flaw, actually, that I have been noticing for the past 2 years. The front is glass, which it should be, but the back is also glass, which if you look at our old friend here, the 3GS, you notice the back is plastic, so if I drop it on its back, like boom, it won't be a problem. There is a definite problem if I drop the iPhone 4S, because it's glass. So if you drop this, you have almost a 99% chance that it's gonna land on glass. And, well, I don't know about you guys, but gravity and glass, for me, aren't best friends, because I actually broke my iPhone 3GS, and if it was better protected, that probably wouldn't have happened. So the way you put this case on is you slide the back into right here, and it's got nice felt to protect the glass in the back. Slide the phone in. Take this piece of plastic, you drop it on top, drop it like it's hot. You click these pieces in, so this right now on its own isn't, see I'm pushing it, it's not going anywhere, I'm pulling it out rather. Then you slide it into this protective piece of rubber. So now, you have a nicely protected iPhone that's not going anywhere. Now let's look at the features of this case. This case was designed for the iPhone, so of course you have a hole for the camera, a hole for the IR readers, not the IR, excuse me, a hole for the light sensors, and a hole for the speaker. But you also have button controls and a little flap for the button for the switch. Now one thing I've noticed is it's kind of hard to dig your finger into this part, but you know, it's livable. I don't really use this button much, but for someone that does, take that into a notice. You also have a flap right here that allows you to have access to the bottom ports. One thing that you have to notice with this case is because it's inherently a lot bigger than any other iPhone. I'm going to compare it to this just because this is actually fatter than the original iPhone, and yet if you look at the scale, this case is colossal compared to the iPhone 3GS. One thing you have to notice is this will not fit in any adapters. So if you have a Apple adapter or a sound dock from, say, you know, iHome, this will probably not fit in it. So take that into account. Protection comes at a price. Of course, on the top you have slits for your speaker and microphone, your headphone rather, and microphone. And of course there's a screen protector in front so I can put my keys on this, and I actually, if you notice, did scratch this case right here, but I did not scratch the screen of the iPhone because it's protected really well. You can drop this from a fairly large angle and nothing will happen, which is good. Now I'm not of course saying if you chuck this at a wall or if you hit it with a baseball bat nothing is going to happen, but you're better protected than, say, this flimsy piece of rubber. Look, I can do this with this case. Can't do it with this case. So, you know, take that into account because you're buying an expensive phone and you want to get it protected. Just like buying insurance on your car. I'm Andy from You've Got Tech, and this is the OtterBox Defender.